we're doing a fundraiser. Happy Monday. Gosh, not a very happy Monday in Los Angeles because unfortunately the Santa Ana winds have picked up. They're going to be high for the next couple of days, sadly, but some good weather is on its way. So you guys, I really wanted to donate to Save the Children. So I thought, hi, Laura. I hope that's Laura Brown. Is that Laura Brown? No, that's Lori Brown. Hi, Lori Brown. Anyway, I wanted to raise money for Save the Children. Save the Children is working with the American Red Cross. 500,000 students are out of school as a result of the California wildfires. If you guys want a quick update, at least the death toll is now up to 24. It has swept through 40,000 acres in the LA area. 12,300 structures have been damaged or destroyed. The Palisades fire is only 14% contained. It's now threatening Brentwood, Encino, and Westwood. The Eaton fire has burned more than 14,000 acres, but its spread is slowing. It's currently 33% contained. As I mentioned before some of you joined, the Santa Ana winds have increased and are expected to stay pretty high, with wind gusts of 45 to 70 miles an hour are expected. And so I think the next couple of days are really going to be challenging for firefighters. But I wanted to do a fundraiser. A lot of kids are terribly traumatized. As you all know, a lot of kids have lost their houses. And so we are trying to raise as much money as we possibly can. So let's see if we have our friend joining us. And there's my friend, Jen Garner. Hi,
Hi,
Jen.
Katie.
Well, we're trying to raise some money for Save the Children. And I know that you've been working with the organization for many, many years. And I'd love you to tell everybody what Save the Children is doing to help the victims of these terrible LA fires.
Well, thank you, first of all, Katie, and thank you to everyone out there donating. Any little bit goes right to these kids. Thank you so much, everyone. The heart of people for Los Angeles is just, it's unreal. So, Katie, I visited disaster sites all over the country for the last 16 years. So it's crazy that I'm finally really visiting something that is going on in my own hometown. And we're doing a couple of things. SAVE is partnering with Project Camp to give kids who are displaced or affected or have lost their homes or schools from the wildfires somewhere to be. It's Project Camp is this amazing group. They have people all over the country ready to deploy. They're all like top standard child safety. They're teachers, they're camp counselors, they're people who work with kids, and they do trauma-informed play. So these kids are not on screens, they're not sitting ruminating, they are playing, they're being physical, they're doing art, they are doing a gratitude circle, they're having lunch, they're doing it all again, they're making happy books of things that make them happy. And Save is here just helping pay for it and helping get them set up all over the city.
That's wonderful, because tell me how some of these kids are doing. Obviously, this is so critically important because I think people can't begin to appreciate how traumatizing it is for this kind of, to be suddenly uprooted, and also to have oftentimes their schools have been destroyed, so they have no place to go to school. I know that the greater Los Angeles public school system is trying to figure that out and welcoming kids from other schools to schools that weren't affected. But can you talk about the impact something like this has on children, Jen?
Well, the stress can just completely shut down the part of the brain that needs to learn. And one of the amazing things about a child's brain is something that can turn it back on is play. And play is not just a distraction, it is therapeutic. So I was sitting at an art table with a bunch of little girls, and we started pretending like we were interviewing each other. And they started telling me, oh, I had a ghost. I had a ghost at my school. And then one little girl was like, yeah, I had a ghost at my school before it burned down. And then, that was the way in. And that's what you have to be really careful. You don't want to go straight at it. And, I watched these incredible Save the Children and Project Camp leaders lead her in the conversation of, oh my gosh, what do you think the ghost is doing now? And what did the faces look like of the grown-ups around you? Were they worried? Did they have worried faces? How did you feel? And what are you thinking? And what's your, and then another one was like, there was a ghost at my house before my house was gone. But it gets them talking, and that actually unlocks their emotions, their brains, and helps them process in real time.
And
It's
you're
so vital.
you all are doing such important work. I want to remind everybody, if you didn't hear earlier, Jen and I are each going to match whatever money is raised in this Instagram live fundraiser, dollar for dollar. So please, like, give generously, because first of all, Jen has been the really one of the most important faces of Save the Children for many, many years. But
Thank you,
there's a
Katie.
particularly strong need. So far, we have raised, Adriana's writing this, over $7,000, which is so awesome. But
That's
you
awesome.
guys,
Thank you so much.
and we want to match up to $25,000. So
Each.
please keep donating, each of us. Yes, so please keep donating. And this money, and you told me earlier, I guess when I spoke to you, I guess on Friday, Jen, that that Save was also working with the American Red Cross as well.
Always. Yeah, we work hand in hand to make sure that kids in shelters are safe, that they have what they need. Red Cross is amazing and is set up and goes right in. But sometimes they need a partner like Save the Children to make sure that kids don't roll off cots, that there's somewhere specific for babies to sleep, and that there are enough diapers and formulas. And so all of these, we're all colleagues. We're all working together. We are working with Baby to Baby, these project camp sites that are Save the Children Project Camp will be distribution centers for Baby to Baby. They will be, you just, it's like, how can we build and make it as easy as possible for people, for families, for anyone to get whatever their family needs
And
with as little trouble as
Baby Gives
possible.
is an incredible organization. We know, of course, the founders who give baby supplies,
Yeah.
sometimes gently used baby supplies. And
And I mean, millions and millions of diapers and wipes and whatever is needed, clothes, and there's a lot coming in, and there's a lot going out. But Save the Children is committed to Los Angeles, and will be here as long as it takes to help kids. There are a couple other things. We really pride ourselves on the curriculum that we offer to teachers or to other people to help them with this social emotional learning, so that to help kids process their trauma. um Gosh, sorry, Katie, I don't have any makeup.
oh
It
God,
feels so like
you look beautiful. You don't need any
uh,
makeup, Jen, and you look
I know, but
beautiful.
you look so pretty, and I'm like
No, what
just
are
a
you
little bit
crazy?
tired. I did shower though. I have showered this week.
Okay, good.
um
I'm happy
but
to hear that. But
but so
Jen,
it's
Jen,
yeah,
I was going to ask you about
yeah.
where, first of all, there are a lot of hardworking middle class families who have been affected. I think people get the wrong idea that this is all we're talking about, all well-to-do people. There are a lot of people who are really struggling. And by the way,
Do you
no
like
matter,
some statistics
yes,
about that? Of
I
the
would love
seven,
that.
yeah, of the 17 schools that burned in the Pacific Palisades alone, 14 of them were Title I schools. 72% of the kids in those 17 schools were receiving free reduced lunch. So it is not, that's what we keep trying to tell people. Yes, there are fancy parts of the Palisades. I know, I lived in them for a long time. I'm very, very lucky. I know that. But it's not just a town of, it's not like Lollapalooza of movie stars and nothing else.
Right.
It is 14 Title I schools that have burned. And we love all kids. All kids deserve all the help that they can get. But we really do need to make sure that we keep these low income kids top of mind and cared
I'm
for. And
so
in
glad
that,
you brought that up because I
yeah,
think people are so misinformed. By the way, we're matching dollar for dollar, and so far we've raised over, Jen, we've raised over $31,000 from our
oh my
followers, which is
gosh.
so incredible. You all are so generous. And
Wow.
as
How did
Jen
that even
said,
happen?
there's
Thank
so
you.
many families in need. But Jen, I wanted to ask you about where are these kids and these families staying? What's going on? Are there shelters that have been open? I know a lot of people are opening up their homes, and I think
Yeah.
the outpouring of support by the community is so moving. I said that sometimes the worst things bring out the best in people, not all people, as one
Always.
of my followers pointed out, because there have been other nefarious actors and
Oh
things
yeah.
going on with
But
looting, which
just,
is
you
so
just have to
upsetting.
look away from that because there's so much beauty to see. Focus on the beauty, focus on the good. There's it, anytime I've gone to a disaster site, I'm prepared to see just mourning, and I am always taken aback by the joy. And that is true here too.
Tell me
That
about some of the things that you've witnessed, Jen, that has filled your heart with gratitude at this, it's such a dark time.
I've witnessed everything from this project camp that gives parents a chance to drop their children off, know that they're safe, that they're playing, that they're processing while they can go and talk to FEMA, to insurance, to shop for a toothbrush or shampoo, or to whatever they need to do to process themselves so that they can show up for their kids. That's a real win to me. I have I saw the Pasadena shelter. I went, and there was this one there was this one woman dressed as a clown tying balloon animals as fast as she could. And kids, when they are together, they will find a way to play. These are children who all lost their home, who were all just in this, in a Red Cross shelter at the Pasadena Convention Center, and they were finding a way to create games and play with each other. Um,
And
I've
also,
seen
you were
moms,
working with,
yeah.
I was going to say, working with Jose Andres. I know a lot of people have come out to volunteer to
Mhm.
help him serve meals. You were serving meals to
Mhm.
firefighters. I thought your
Mhm.
description of the firefighters feeling so sad that they couldn't save their community with blisters
Yeah,
on their lips and
yeah,
their hands.
yes.
It was so moving because they were feeling so dejected, and you were
Mhm.
serving them and trying to lift their spirits.
Well, these firefighters, the fire, engine 69 is the Palisades fire engine, and I have taken every single one of my kids on at least 2 field trips there. We have crawled all through those fire engines. I've had Girl Scouts there. I've had preschool. I've had elementary school kids there. And so those are my guys, and to see how demoralized they were when they have done everything they possibly could, and there was nothing that could have been done with the winds and the conditions the way they were and the embers flying the way they were. And I said to them, but guys, the death toll could have been, so if we lost 5,000 homes, that could have been 5,000 families. I mean, you look at what you did. I'm so grateful for them. They just are working around literally 24-hour shifts, just taking whatever food will fit in their pockets and running out, and they come back, and World Central Kitchen refuels them and
And
sends
it's
them back out.
And by the way, and I just want to mention again, everybody, we've raised almost $39,000. Jen and I will each match whatever amount is raised during this fundraiser. But I was going to say that, the air quality too. I covered after 9/11 all the New York City firefighters
Mhm.
and emergency responders who are working in that environment, and many of them, it's very, very hazardous to your health.
Yeah.
And so, not only are they risking their lives in the near term, but inhaling all this toxic air is really, really dangerous. And I
Katie.
hope that California takes steps to make sure that they're
Mhm.
monitoring the health of these firefighters and also the health of
Yeah.
people who are living in the area. Because Jen, it's quite
I know.
dangerous.
It's very, I know. It's really hard, especially as the air clears from the physical smoke that we've been surrounded by. You feel like it's safer than it actually is. I'm sure I should be masked right now, but I'm
Well,
playing with
after we're
kids
done,
and
I want you to put on your
yeah,
mask, you know.
I know it's really hard to, it's hard to wrap your head around needing to be masked outside, honestly. Yeah, but the firefighters were telling me that the winds were so strong, they were pulling their helmets and goggles off their face in their gas masks. So that, can you imagine being in that wind? That was literally like everything is strapped to their head and it was all being pulled off. Their eyes were so, oh,
Or I
really
know
something.
they're
No,
such heroes, and we're so
they are such
grateful for them.
heroes.
Hey Jen, before we go, and I'd love to get up to 50,000 if we could, you
Yeah,
guys.
let's do it.
And that would be really awesome. And then we'd raise a total of $150,000
It'd be
for
pretty
Save the
amazing,
Children.
Katie.
Huh?
That'd be
Wouldn't
amazing.
it be great? But I
Yeah,
wanted
you
to ask
you
you,
call
you
my
know,
accountant. I'm scared to call him.
I'm I'll call him for you. But you know, I'm worried about the weather conditions because Mother Nature is not cooperating. The Santa Ana winds are kicking up. When I saw this morning, Jen, that they were expected to be quite high until Wednesday, I thought, oh no, what are these what are these firefighters going to do? Have you talked to anyone, or how are they going to deal with these next couple of days? And please, you guys donate because Jen and I are each matching. Everyone, my team keeps telling me to remind people of that. So we're in it to win it, Jen. But
We're in it to
what
win it. So I was lucky enough, I spent the morning with the firefighter. So I was lucky enough to be with Chief Tommy Katata, who we adore. And he said that really the winds are now like they were at 100 miles an hour, something like that. I'm not totally, but now they're less than half of that when they're bad. So, and now we have so much backup. We have so many resources. We have done so much, or I'm not out there fighting fires, Katie.
no,
The firefighters have done so much to prepare the areas that they know are going to be hot spots that even if there's, another structure or two that goes, it should not be the destruction that we've seen already. We really should be on the other side of the worst. I'm hoping and praying, and I'm staying optimistic because I'm adopting their calm. They felt like we went through something awful. None of us had ever seen anything like that before. We've got it now. We have so much support and backup. We can have helicopters, and now it is a fire that we know how to
and
fight,
they've got
and we are.
a lot more personnel, Jen, from
That's what
people
I
from
mean.
other
They've got.
states have come, from Canada,
I know from
everybody,
South
right?
Africa. God, does that make you cry when you see people showing up? It just makes me weepy.
Well, it's amazing. And let's see, I think
It's not
I
updating for some reason, Adriana can't see, but we
oh,
can
it's
give people an update once we wrap.
oh, okay. Well, I think I should let Casey, you can rap. Okay. Adriana said I can rap. So you guys, we raised at least, I think, $40,000, which Jen and I are each matching. I know so many people, this makes it just easier to give. I remember I texted you and I was like, Jen, how do I give to Save the Children? I was like, let's get everyone to give to Save the Children.
Let
As
me
we
just
said,
tell you again, Katie, where this money is going to go.
yes,
Since people
please.
are
Yes, that would be
donating so
awesome.
generously, it's going to go to these. And by the way, if you have been affected or if you have friends who have been affected, please look up Project Camp. Follow them on Instagram, and they will show all the areas in the short term that are popping up all over Los Angeles. Save is funding a lot of this, and here helping facilitate it. And right now we're opening in Mar Vista. I'm in Eagle Rock right now. We have a couple. We have one in Santa Barbara, but the demand is so big from evacuees up there. We're opening another one. We're going to be opening something, I think, in Santa Monica, and we'll keep opening and supplying kids with a place to play and trauma-informed care, and give parents a chance to catch their breath. So that is one big thing. We're going to help schools and daycares get up and running again. Save as one of our specialties is to get to help schools and daycares cut through red tape and do what they need to do to get education kickstarted again. And we'll be helping with social emotional support and curriculum for teachers or for caregivers or anyone who's interested to help these kids process what they've been through.
Well, Jen, I love you. You're so
Love you,
awesome.
Katie.
My
Thank
followers, I'm
you.
sure, love you. And I just want to say thank you to everybody for donating. I will put the final amount that
Okay,
we
you
were
let me
able to.
know.
I
You let
will.
me know. Hey, Save the Children, guess what? You have a big old check coming your way.
I'll call your accountant
Yeah,
so he won't so
just
he
scared to
won't
tell
have
him.
a cow. But listen, will you do me a
I just
favor?
gave away so much money. I'm scared. It's
I want you
58.
to
All right, Katie. Woo woo.
put your mask on and please
Okay.
protect your. And I wait. So is the camp? I don't want to invade the privacy of the kids, but are they far enough away that you can show us, or not
No,
really?
they, where I am, kids who don't want to be filmed are wearing a special color bracelet,
Okay.
and so I happen to be around some of those kids,
Okay.
and so
Well, let's not
yeah, the
do that.
parents don't want them
I
filmed,
totally
but I can
understand.
tell. But let me tell you what I see. I see kids, I have seen kids today just fully playing their hearts out. They played ring toss where the adults were the the things and they were throwing hula hoops over our heads. They've been playing soccer. They've been running, chasing. I mean, they did a gratitude circle where they literally were saying like my family, my that's all that really matters. You know, my teacher is safe. My dog is safe. So there is a lot of there is just a lot of joy. There's a lot of processing, and whenever you give kids a chance to talk, they're amazingly open.
Well, it's the work that you all are doing is, as I said, so critical. Thank you for spending time. I hope the air quality for these kids is okay and that they're kind of monitoring that too, right?
Yeah, yeah. We have masks available. We'll get more on top of that. And by the way, World Central Kitchen is feeding the kids.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
tell
And
Jose
once
I
upon a
said
farm.
hi. And
Yeah.
all right, Jen, thank you for doing this. I'll be in touch. And everyone, thanks
Okay.
so much for your
Thank you so
generosity.
much to all of you. Thank you so much. It really means the world.
Okay.
Thank you.